Good evening, folks. It's Lee Kenobi, and today we got something that came out in that Park Place, titling "Kathleen Kennedy ready to retire, but is waiting for a win," according to Entertainment Analyst. Well, let me tell you this: Kathleen Kennedy ain't gonna retire. She will never retire because as long as she's there, bro, Star Wars is in ruins. So she ain't gonna get no win in my book. So. Especially, that the Acolyte, this series really killed it. So I wouldn't care much about it. So here we go. Kathleen Kennedy apparently has something in common with much of the Star Wars fan base. She wants Kathleen Kennedy to leave Lucasfilm. But according to the film threats, Chris Gore, she's only willing to walk out the door under one condition. Namely, she wants to leave on the heels of a massive critical and commercial success. That's something Lucasfilm hasn't experienced in quite some time. Since Disney's initial acquisition of Lucasfilm in 2012, the company has been under the direction of film industry veteran Kathleen Kennedy. Back then, the longtime George Lucas and Steven Spielberg associate promised George that she would take care of his life's work. She has done anything but. Under Kennedy, the Star Wars franchise has gone from the most evergreen IP of all time to a sour note punching bag for YouTubers and streamers the world over. Kennedy presided over the deeply unpopular Star Wars sequel trilogy, which saw the deconstruction and eventual death of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker, while pushing a younger and more diverse cast. She also oversaw Solo: A Star Wars Story, which holds the distinction of being the first ever Star Wars film to lose money at the box office. When you couple that with critical and commercial failures on Disney Plus, like The Acolyte, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Book of Boba Fett, it becomes clear that under Kennedy's supervision, Star Wars has fallen a long way from the powerhouse sci-fi franchise it once was. With every failed project and announcement that never ultimately sees the light of day, fans around the world ask a series of unifying questions. When will Kathleen Kennedy leave Star Wars? When will Disney fire Kathleen Kennedy? How does Kathleen Kennedy still have a job? According to film threats Chris Gore on a recent episode of the Other Pro Show with WDW Pro, Kathleen Kennedy actually wants to leave Lucasfilm, but only under very specific circumstances. We've been hearing lately that Kathleen Kennedy is not very hands-on with Star Wars at this point. Hollywood scooper WDW Pro said to Chris Gore on a recent episode of his livestream YouTube show. Are you hearing anything similar that she may be operating in the title only, at least for now? Gore then confirmed that she was hearing similar rumblings before dropping a bit of more information. She wants to retire and leave, but she wants to do that on a win. Gore went on to say that in order to leave, Kathleen Kennedy wants a huge success that she can ride into retirement. This could be a smash hit television show or a magic box office victory with theatrical release. In other words, she wants to go out on a high note like George Costanza on Seinfeld. She's waiting to go out on a big win, and she hasn't had one. It stands to reason that Kennedy would want to retire. She's 71 years old and has enjoyed a long and high lucrative career in Hollywood. However, if recent projects are indicative of what the studio under her leadership is capable of, then we might be stuck with Kathleen Kennedy for a long time. The Acolyte, for example, had an atrocious showing on Disney Plus, with audience scores on Rotten Tomatoes falling as low as 30% during the show's initial run. It sits at 70% of this rating. The Acolyte also vanished from the Nielsen Top 10 streaming shows after just 4 episodes. That Park Place editor-in-chief John F. Tennant also pointed out that the Leslie Headland-led live action series lost 70% of the Star Wars audience that turned in for the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian. Kennedy also announced a plethora of Star Wars projects that never saw the light of day. This includes a trilogy by The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson, a Rogue Squadron movie by Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins, a film by Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, and a film by Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and Dan Wise. Yeah, I remember these two. They were going to try to make a Star Wars prequel, but never happened because of Kathleen Kennedy. With Kennedy's current Lucasfilm contract reportedly set to expire in October, it will be interesting to see if Disney renews her or if Lucasfilm might be searching for a new studio head. What do you think? Will Kennedy stick around until she gets the long-awaited big win, or will Disney just force her to move out coming October? I'm going to say this, man, right now. I really don't give a fuck right now because there's nothing they can do. Star Wars is gone, dude. I mean, the magic is gone. I mean, I love Star Wars, man. I will always respect the prequels, the original trilogy. I'm going to respect the Caravan of Courage, the Battle for Endor, the original animated Clone Wars series that was coming out before Episode 3 came out. I will respect the Clone Wars, official Clone Wars series, the Rebels series. I will respect those. But after that, I'm sorry, man. I liked it, The Mandalorian, Season 1 and Season 2. Andor was good, but it's gone. They killed Star Wars, bro. The Acolyte has done it, bro. The Acolyte has just broken a lot of Star Wars fans' hearts, bro. And, you know, there's really nothing we can do about it. So, I mean, if Disney wants to keep Kathleen Kennedy, go ahead and keep her, bro. Keep her when she's damn 100. For all I care. Unless you are willing to damn admit that what you guys have been doing with Lucasfilm is not working. Unless you want to start entertaining people again, you're not going to restore Star Wars, bro. It is not going to work. So, that is my thought. So, anyways, if you guys like the video, hit the like button. Share this video. Post a comment below. What do you think of this topic? And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Alright, guys. You have a good day. Bye for now.